sometimes we can have a little bit of fun with labeling things or labeling everything, right? I love to organize and label things and just be organized. It just, finding things easier is just wonderful. You know how many of something you have. You have 3 left because you were just in that cabinet yesterday and it was organized, right? But having things for your loved ones is really important, because having them organized, because for them, if they have memory issues or forgetfulness, or if they're in a new home or a new apartment, maybe they move from a 7-acre house, big house, to an apartment, and you're going over and doing care, just some light care, maybe cleaning, or maybe just going over in the mornings or in the evenings to help them get into bed. But it's nice to have the cabinets labeled, so you know where the plates are, you know where the cups are. And when people come into the house, it's easier for someone that doesn't know the lay of the land to figure things out as well. So labeling things does help, and it just reduces stress as well. Labeling the cabinets, labeling pill boxes, that can help reduce errors. You don't want to have errors when somebody's taking their meds. And sometimes the pill bottles can be very tiny to read. So it is nice to put them in pill boxes, or maybe relabel things, because you want to be able to have yourself or your family member understand their medications, or be able to read the labels. Sometimes we need our readers and we don't even realize they're on our heads. We're looking all over for them and they're on our heads. And you need those readers to read those labels. But it is nice to have bigger, bolder labels for someone that you love, so that they could find things easier, or the pill boxes to be labeled better. Labeling switches. How many of you come into a house and you don't know where the switches are, or they don't make sense? When I moved into this house that we live in right now, we have 3 switches upstairs in the kitchen. And I tell you what, it took me forever to figure it out, because I figured the one for the outdoors should have been on the outside. It should have been easier, but it was in the middle. It was just, the switches were just kind of wonky. And when you go into houses and you're like, that switch shouldn't be over there. We used to, in our old house, have a switch in our garage that would affect a room in our house. So we actually put electrical tape over it to not use it, because if anybody used it and switched it the wrong way, then the light in the house wouldn't work. So, you just have to label, or use electrical tape, or use whatever you have, right? Reduce frustration and save time, because now you know where things are, you know how to find things easier. And, save that time for when it's really needed, when it's urgent, when it's something that's not planned, when it's something that you're not focusing on, because you need that time and energy. Just be more stress-free.